What's good? What's good, y'all? Y'all tapping into Pop Austin Media with your girl TJ the DJ, and we got a special guest, Madam Jubilee, in the studio.
Hey.
How are you feeling? Right?
So fired up. I came with like so much angst.
Yes, come with that energy though.
I feel like I've been like so meek and humble. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm just warming up, and now I'm like, okay,
You're like, I'm
talked
ready.
to a few people already,
Mm-hmm.
and so now it's the sun's about to set. I'm like, okay, I'm coming out.
Yeah, coming out at night. Yeah. So how've the other interviews been?
Amazing. I love everyone. It's been cool to meet people and like just to speak and be able to share a little bit of my truth and just to see like the creative process that is like upholding Austin. You guys are doing a great job.
Yeah.
I feel so honored.
Thank you.
To be
Thank
able
you. Yeah. So
to be on this side.
right, you're like, I love the lights. It's me. So let's talk a little bit about you first. So you were visiting Austin. So where are you visiting from?
Well, so I do also live in Austin. So I actually have just embraced that my life is a vacation and that I'm official dancer that needs to be dancing in different like locations. I like to think that like my body calls me to different vortexes, whether that be like the moon cycle or like what's like flowing in my body, or current events. Like I went to Thailand right before like everything shut down. Like it's just my body's like, I went to a college where every semester I went to a different country. So I'm just like, I just do it. So
yeah, that's a vibe.
Like, because everyone's always like, where are you from? Like, where do you live? Where are you from? I hate that question.
You're like everywhere.
You guys are so boring. I get on my level. And they're like, but like, where do you stay? I'm like Airbnbs, like hostels. I don't know. It's not it's not always glamorous, but and then I also meet like amazing people. I stay with friends. It just feels like I have like a community like all around. But I did just come from Portland.
Okay, nice,
right?
nice.
I represent Portland. I love Portland. Portland is definitely like home.
Is that where you're like originally from?
No, I'm originally from the Midwest.
Okay. Yeah. So how was it growing up there and then coming to Austin?
I came out of my mom's vagina. And
I was like, I didn't. C-section here.
Oh, no. Oh, no shame. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I got
That's a different
podcast. Nice and round.
No, I'm originally from Illinois.
Okay, nice. Yeah. So when did you decide to like leave Illinois and like start traveling to different places?
Gosh, it was like trauma.
You're like,
no, like
flashbacks.
Like I was not prepared how to concise the story. Well, okay. Actually, I'm like grew up in Wisconsin, and then I have also family in Illinois. It's always easier to say like a bigger city where you're from, so you just say Chicago, and then when people actually want to know, you're like, oh, okay, like the suburb, like 2 hours away.
That's how it be though. Facts.
So I always like this seems mean to say, I always hated Chicago.
No.
Did you hear that beep?
It was like, beep.
Oh no. Oh no, they're watching
the universe.
Watch it. Don't spread hate. No, I never, I love-hate relationship with Chicago, mostly because I grew up in like, I love my family, but I grew up very much in an area where everyone's like, be careful of Chicago, like you're going to get robbed or whatever. And I feel like without them knowing, that's like just a bunch of racism and just didn't really like jive with my soul. And then I would go to Chicago and you just like feel like the sadness, like I could feel the dead bodies on the ground, even though it's like so pretty in one area, and then the next you're like, this is like war torn. Anyways, so I knew I didn't want to go there, but I've always wanted to go to New York City. So that kind of started the whole like, I'm gonna jump to New York City. And then when I was able to like make it like in the city, if you can make it in that city, you can make it anywhere.
Big facts. Like, yeah.
It's just my college is based in New York, and so then it like took me abroad, and it just kind of snowballed.
That's awesome. That's cool to hear, though. Yeah, I love the people who like go and travel abroad and go. Like my sister did that and went to like Chile and was living in like hostels. So I love that life. I wish I could be like, wanderer, but nah. I like to be at home.
That's fair.
So
No, it's good.
it is what it is.
You need the balance.
Yeah. So, did you play any sports growing up, or do any other activities? We gotta ask the first questions first.
Cool. I feel so like you're really trying to get to know me, like
for sure. First date. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you. Sorry, I didn't get you a drink.
Someone's getting my Uber, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. Still be worked out.
That's been recorded. That's on the record.
We got you.
Okay, I'm not doing this for free anymore. Like, also, like, send me some tips on Venmo, but it's fine.
Yeah, if y'all want to support Madam Jubilee, go hit her up on Instagram.
My dancing, like, don't watch it for free. Like, someone was just like, I just kind of went, look, this is what happens when you ask a Scorpio to like open up, even like the most mundane, but you're like hitting it when I'm in high school. Mm-hmm. So I like really diverted. Like, I'm like, yeah, so today someone told me that they like jacked off to the video like so many times.
No way.
Yeah. And then my perfect line, you guys wanted like a lesson in like perfect lines, like right away. I was like, okay.
What'd you say?
I said, oh my God, respect. Like, awesome. Congrats. Like, cause you can't like be mean. Like, you want to pump it up, pump up the love. Like, yeah, man.
She said, pump it up then.
Do it. Yeah. Do it. But like, show me the amount of jizz that you like, that came out of you through
more
bills.
Like, I was about to say,
it's gotta like, yeah.
If you got something out of that, I need to get something out of that.
I want to see
some coin.
I want to see it numerically, how many molecules of jizz, which should be in the thousands, right? Because like they're little eggs.
Right. Yeah.
Anyways, I played volleyball.
Okay, sweet. Back to the volleyball. Okay.
I think I watched mostly, which is why I can volley back and forth.
Okay, I get that. I like that.
I still under. What do you call it? Underserved?
You're right.
Could never
I love
get
it.
The arm muscles in there.
Yeah, well, let's be honest.
So hard.
Volleyball's kind of hard.
Volleyball and basketball. I do love sports. I think I always like was a dancer. Like, always just kind of like played by myself in the yard and just like twirled around. Mm-hmm. I think and yoga, but I guess that didn't come till later.
Yeah. So, did you have any experience with like FFA or animals growing up?
Okay. Like, what is FFA?
Oh, FFA. Oh,
is that
Future Farmers of America? Okay. That's like what it stands for.
Okay,
but
cool.
It's, yeah.
Okay, thanks for educating me.
Gotcha.
And animals. I had a bunch of cats. We would always have like a rotation of cats. But actually, I've always had like a love-hate relationship with cats too. Like, like I kind of, I feel like I almost like alpha without really fully loving myself and understanding the boundaries of cats. And then also, I think I'm more of a dog person where I'm like, give me love, like, oh. And then I get mad when they don't do it. And it's like, so.
No, you definitely need a dog then.
Yeah,
cats are something else. Like, I don't know.
You got to play the game. It's like, who has time for that?
Yeah, not with it. No. Not with it. I need the love now. So come sit with me.
So we had cats, but like we just let them kind of like, we lived more so in the country where they could just run wild. Okay. Not really a country though, but Wisconsin's feels country.
Yeah, you got space. Yeah. So you said your name is Madam Jubilee.
Yes.
So where did that come from?
Well, my name is Jubilee.
Okay.
So my mother and I worked really hard on coming up with that name. I am so happy for her. Like, she really heard the signs. I was like loud. I spoke through Psalms. Like, so there's a Jubilee song, so she heard it in a song, and then she was like reading the Bible. Well, I believe that like you pick the person. I believe you pick the womb that you're gonna like be like born. Like, I've had meditations where like I'm like I've seen myself as like a baby in like my mom's womb. So so I'm very anyway. So we came up with the name Jubilee. That seems important because Jubilee in this reality is an X-Men character. Do you know? She shoots out fireworks out of her hands.
Okay.
Yay. And so I do that, but I've upgraded and I shoot them out of my pussy now too.
It's just hella energy. Hella energy and sparkles.
So that's fun. And then I've been in the game for a little bit that I decided I needed like a CEO raise. So Madam Jubilee.
It's like, okay. Okay, I like it. I like that. I like that.
I'm everything. I'm like marketer. Maybe I should get a team. Actually,
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm manifesting that.
Do
but
it.
Why I just feel like sex workers and strippers and everything, like people who are like entrepreneurs in that way, like end up doing like a lot of like the back end. They don't get like the respect for that. So it's like the madam feels like, okay, give me a little respect.
No, I can feel that. Yeah, it's like I'm a madam. Yeah. I'm not just regular. You know what I mean?
It's not like to control other women too. Out there, people were like, "Are you like a madam of a brothel?" And I definitely feel like in a past life or something. Like I definitely have like the authoritativeness. Like I know what's up. But I'm more of, I'm just talking. Okay. I'm more of just like the madam of like the many different like lives I feel I've led, like as a tantric healer.
I like that.
It's like I have different personalities and they all come out like I actually have a different brand called Sacred Whores. And it's the idea of like, it's just a recognition of how, sex work is like the oldest profession in the world. And
that it is.
Right. And it actually came through like in Thailand. I was like meditating under the stars and I was thinking like, oh my God, what if they're like different like brothels in like different galaxies, like far, far away.
Probably
like what's the kind of like, yeah. So the madam holds the different cellular light codes that I have like incorporated in my body so that when I spend time with people, they like receive the different kind of like transmissions that they need to receive. So it's not even like madam, it's not me. I'm not the madam. I'm just the vessel of the madam.
I like that though, the vessel.
The vessel of the madam.
The vessel of the madam, which is me, but it's not me. You see? Okay. So I know y'all have been waiting, so let's get into it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Here we go. No,
so
I'm excited.
This is your time. Tell us the truth. Tell us exactly how you feel. So you went viral Saturday night when a video of you in downtown 6th Street, you were playing with, I guess, horse poop. So can you just tell me what happened and what is the story behind it?
Yeah. Okay. So I've already been kind of weird, so I think I should just get even weirder. So I believe in like the certain techniques of manifestation, and like since I am able to travel and live my own life freely as I want, I've been doing this thing where it's like 7 days of manifestation. So you like hyper focus on something for like 7 days and you see the result. And so I've been getting pulled to come to Austin for a minute. I've been missing it, and then I was resisting it and then missing it. And so I was like, all right, fine, fuck it, I'll go back. And I had some chores to do. I had some like loose ends, like cleaning and things. But I decided that when I'm in Austin, I just want to work out, like, because the sun hits you differently. It's like so hot. I don't know. Like, I love the gym. It's like, it's the steam room and the sauna. And like, there's something just so magical when you're in Austin. Like, it just feels, you can feel the creativity is palpable. And so I literally spent like 6 days, like Tuesday through like Saturday, like at the gym. Like, I just sleep in like my handicap van. Like, it has a beautiful back. And so I was like there. Ooh, I probably shouldn't say the gym. Then people come find me.
Don't tell them where.
No, but I was there.
I
was there. And it was a Saturday, and I was thinking like, okay, like I guess I could go back, but I have one of my favorite comedians, right? Love. His name is Shane Smith. He was playing, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll go see him. And so I went there. And then afterwards, I was like having this like weird nervous energy in my body because I spent the whole day like the whole week working out. So it's like, it was weird to be like around so many people, but I can't like not dance when there's music. So I went to the creek in the cave, got my like little pregame on, said hi to some people. My pregame is a couple shots of peppermint rumple mints.
What are those?
Oh my God, it's so good.
I'm not a big drinker. Like,
That's
oh my
fair.
gosh. I'm like, hey, put some like puree or something in that tequila because I'm not drinking it straight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing that. I will throw it up. No.
Oh my God. Well,
but
this is Christmas in a cup.
Okay, I like that.
It's peppermint flavor, and then I ask for some cherries in it. and then it turns it like a little red, so it's like a candy cane. And then, to be honest, sometimes I smoke. I actually, for the week, I kind of stopped. I really can like fluctuate, but if I'm gonna have like a peppermint shot, I want like my cigarette because it makes it feel like it's like Thin Mint Patty's situation. You're just gonna make life fun. Like you guys, everyone's being so lame lately. Like, just have fun, relax.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I relaxed, had my 2 shots, but it's like I was fine. In fact, I was actually fiending for more. I was like, oh, and then I remembered that every drink is like $18.
Yeah,
I'm trying to go to San Francisco. So when you're on that road, you have to live on a budget. So I was like, all right, 1 drink. I went to this like little tiki place and had like I feel like this story is important because people are like, how drunk were you? So normally I don't like talk about it. No, so like, this was it. I had my 2 shots, and then I had like a little of like the but it was like the cutest drink. I should post it. I took a picture. This is $20. Take a video with it.
You're like, I got to. Should I paid for it?
Anyways, so I was just vibing. It was like, it was good music. Honestly, I'm like, I like 6th Street, but I feel like I want more like underground, like good like hip hop. Like, I don't want to hear like top 40 anymore at clubs. So I wasn't like going wild that night, if I were to be honest. Anyways, but I was on my phone and I was actually stalking a crush, and I was like so deep into my phone, like the whole world faded, and then all of a sudden I heard this like pop, like boom, boom, and I just see this guy like collapse on the ground. Like, what the fuck? What's happening? And then the cops, like 3 or 4 cop officers, like run and like tackle him, and it just escalated so quickly. It was just like they were on top of him, and then like the police officers with like horses and everything like ended up like circling around him. And I just think it's funny because like I was so in another world of like, why can't I be with this boy? Like where like I
why
heard
isn't he not responding?
Yeah, like everyone's like, how wasted were you? I was like literally stalking. Like, I'm bad. Like the most loser. I'm just a loser. No, so like I just like all of a sudden like my whole being essence just like turned to the circle, and I just started walking up, and I was like, okay, like what can Yogi Jubilee just like turned on. I just like put my hands up and like try to just take a really good deep breath and like okay, like center, because I've worked as security. As a security guard in clubs, and so I'm just like trying to just like work with like the vibe and the energy of a space. Like, this isn't like me. Seems like a good point to say, like, this isn't me being like, fuck the popo, even though I have thoughts on that. It wasn't like me like trying to protest anything. It was just me being like, okay, like good vibes, guys, like energy, like just like calm down. Like I'm very like I like can put people in like hypnotism, like hypnotic states when I'm in the zone. So I was just like, it just was utilized in me in that moment.
And did the cops like stop or
so no? What happened was, so I just like walked in, and then they were like all on top of him, and like I just thought immediately, like I just got on the ground. I like been trying to think about like what was I thinking about in that moment, but I really don't think I was like leading with my brain. I think I was just leading with my heart, as corny as that was, and like the heart as in like I wanted to put my heart on the ground and like be like, yo, like you're not alone, like I see you. Like I even slapped on the ground, and I was like, look in my eyes, like I see you, like you're gonna be okay, like yeah, it's gonna be okay, like please, like stay awake. Like I didn't know like how hard anyone was on top of him. I don't know the situation of like why they tased him. I don't know. I don't really think that that's like my place or anyone's place to be like, well, if this person did this, then they deserve this, and like we make things way too complicated in life. Just like everyone's a human, just show up with your heart and like relax, like breathe. Anyways, so I'm on the ground with him, and all of a sudden, like the horses that are in the area, they just massively shit.
Just start dropping loads.
Like, and we know like horses like will be walking, and you know it will just happen, like plop some, you know. But this was like huge amount. Like even though I was like locked in, I noticed it. I was like, holy cow! Like the horses feel uncomfortable. Like I felt the uncomfortableness of the horses. Anyway, so I think all of this happened in a mere minute or so, and like some cop pulled me up, and then they pulled the gentleman up, and then they took him away, and I was in the middle of the street, and like everything went back to normal. You like look around, you're like, wow, it's like 6th Street again, like as if nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like remember being like so sad. Like there's like my heart was still connected to the ground. Like, oh, like what? That's so sad. Like,
yeah, like what happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
And I hope he's okay. And like it sucks when that much force is used. Like why? And like I just all these thoughts, and then all of a sudden I see the horse shit, and then it reminded me like, oh, the horses, and then it also reminded me of like the empathy that the horses feel too. And I don't know, I was like, cool, blessed be some shit. So like I just like sat down and I was sad. I think if you see one of the videos, it's just like me sitting down, like rolling it up in my hands, like almost like in Play-Doh, because you know I think it's grounding. It's just like it's just like a moment that this is all that's of that moment is this shit. And then all of a sudden someone like yells at me and is like, eat the shit. Like,
oh my gosh.
Like, and I was like, this is not what this is about. Like, what? That escalated.
But the circle that was around
so
you
quickly.
compared to the one when the video around the cops and the guy who was getting arrested, like there was so many people around you.
Yeah.
And just like gassing it.
Yeah, so it went crazy. And I think it's like you see one guy like run out with his phone, and it's almost like then everyone else starts to do it. There was a guy like pulling out some kind of like string out of his mouth, like he's like the circus, like we started like the circus. Yeah, no, I don't know what happened. Like literally, I think I was like looking down, looking up. I maybe that's it too. Like I don't even think it comprehended like how quickly like everyone circled.
Yeah,
and then like everyone had their phone out, and so. Like really, I really only saw like that thin layer, but like there were people behind the other people. I didn't even notice that. Anyways, but I'm a performer, so like the tag is like let them eat shit. So everyone actually okay. One thing too, the police officers, well, they walked by and everyone was like throw the shit at them, and I didn't think that was like necessary. That seemed like
a little excessive.
Yeah. And wasn't like about that. Like I honestly wasn't trying to be aggressive or anything. I had just wanted some meditation time with some shit, with some more shit, draw on the shit. But then like instead they're like throw it, and then like instead of throwing it, like I like almost threw it up. Like they said throw it, and like I like threw it up, and I was like fuck it, and I like let it like rain on me, and then just like it was just so fun. It was good.
So was that the first time that you've played with shit? I
mean, haven't we all like in our crib? Like, don't we have that story from our parents when they were like, you were like covered in shit?
Yeah.
Mine was like, or maybe that's just me. I'm special. Yeah. No, I was always, no, this was the first time that I played with my shit or played with shit. But you know what? Actually, I play with my menstruation blood a lot. Like every moon cycle, I make sure that I take off of work and I go somewhere like really sacred and pretty and then I just like free bleed and then I just like rub it on me and like make a face mask and like drink it and like just have fun. So I'm not like afraid, and I love everything of my body. Like I love those, like I've been really trying to be like mindful when it comes to like releasing toxins, especially because I've been trying to eat healthier. Like I've been eating a little bit more vegan and like eating that.
So you're like I'm healthy.
Yeah, I'm like awesome. Here we go. Like this is the full package. I'm eating those beets. Yeah, I'm clearing that root chakra. Let's enjoy every moment. And so like this one time I took this like massive dump and like I honestly feel like my third eye like split open a little bit. My eyes crossed. Everything got a little like whoa. And then you look down, you're like, oh my God. I even posted that once on my stories. You guys missed it. No one was following me back then. But
you are tapping in too late.
But I should post it. Like I've always just authentically been me. But no, honestly, like, I mean, also without thinking, isn't it used as like, how do you say? I never say that word.
What, like a scrub?
Yeah.
Exfoliate?
Yes.
Exfoliate.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, that word's so hard for me.
Can we react to the video too, just so people watching can see what we talk?
Okay. Well, let's see. So, well, let's react to how do you feel about like the internet making all these like shit names, poop names, and saying that you have mental illnesses and stuff like that. Like, how do you feel about that? And what would you like to say to them?
Okay. First of all, I'm sorry I didn't post the video on my page.
No, you get the pictures is enough.
Listen, I wanted the first post that anyone would see is a candle to Tupac for his birthday. I think he has blessed me. In fact, I feel like I've done nothing wrong. I lit a candle for him, and then like a week later, I blew up. So fuck you guys. Like universe has like such a cool like humor. What an amazing. So nothing about that like affects me. The poop head, the shit head. Like at first I was like shithead, oh. But then I leaned into it and I'm like, oh, that's funny. Like whatever, that's funny. I don't care. Even like the mental illness, like I'm not upset about that at all. Like I think we're all probably a little mentally ill. I think all the greatest artists are, and like I come from like very powerful like witches and wizards and ancestral knowledge in my family, so my mind is actually a lot different than the normal person, and that's something that I've had to embrace over the past couple years as like more I feel like gifts and talents have like come online. And so fuck it, like compared to the people commenting, like I'm 100% mentally ill. Like if that doesn't you know, it's not like a pissing contest, but like which ill is better? I'd rather be like, no. But one thing that is kind of annoying though, like someone made like a comment, I guess, about like my dad, like, oh, he should commit suicide because he has a daughter like you, or like, I just want to say like you should just like be really, really careful like who you diss. Like people think that you can just, and this is not anything new. Everyone has had these issues before. I'm not anything special. Everyone gets threats on line when you're doing something. It's really annoying. Like you shouldn't, but like I can't believe it has to be said over and over again. But like, let me say it this way: like you should be really, 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 really careful, like how you talk to certain people, because like you don't know their power. Like you don't know, and you don't know like the team that is like secretly watching over them. Like I feel like all the angels and ancestors of everyone, like it's just a very beautiful like embrace who you are. But like I was at the gym and I read that comment about my dad specifically, and I had just spent like a half hour in the sauna. Like I was like clear channel, and oh my god, they were fiery, and they were like, we're gonna like fuck that person up. Like we're gonna like, it's like karma is like real. And that wasn't like, because I wasn't like, and people, maybe this is the mental illness, but when you create like the clear vessel in your channel and you're meditating and whatever, like you're able to tap into like different frequencies and like get different downloads. And like, you know, I've been putting up the candles, I've been doing my homework, like I think I'm getting blessed. Even if this it dies away, like whatever, I'm just gonna live like a beautiful life no matter what. But like I just know that there's like people on my shoulder, and if you like make them mad, like I think you should just be careful.
It's like you gonna get it.
Karma's real. Just be kind, you know.
Facts. So have you been recognized around Austin since the video went viral?
No, I don't think so. But I have noticed, there is something about like, I've just noticed people being nice, like very friendly to me. Like sometimes like, I'm just noticed like some extra smiles, and like right now I'm not in anything special except for the shirt. This is like what I wore. This is my staple. I want to wear it now when I'm in interviews. I feel like it's like been anointed.
You're like, this was the fit.
This was it.
This was it.
Like red. I'm like Magdalene Mary or something. I don't know. What's some kind of red? There's gonna be like a saintly shit. Like I'm working on something where now I'll be like Miss Saint Shithead or something like that.
Hey, run with
Let's
it,
go.
right? Run with it.
But I don't think I've been recognized, but I've been noticing that I just have gotten like a few like smiles lately, and like I think also because I like more people are like in my aura, I don't know, and I'm like pushing out love a little bit more. Like if I have like a down moment, like I'm like, I just think of like life and I'm like, oh, I have to pay this bill or whatever, and I feel like my vibe going down. All of a sudden someone will, like literally someone stops in their car and they're like, are you okay? Like, do you need a ride somewhere? Like, are you doing okay? Like, I'm like, oh, like it's noticeable. No, I'm okay.
You're like, I'm fine.
I think just people in Austin in general are just really sweethearts. I love it here.
Yeah,
everyone's
it is
really
a
kind.
great city. So have you been to 6th Street since?
Which is which is interesting because like I feel like the people that are like being like extra rude in the comments, like, you know, we'd be best friends, you know, like you're probably the people smiling at me like, oh, you're all bark, like it's just little puppies.
Yeah, the internet will do that to you. Fact.
Yeah. Release the demons. Have I been? No, I haven't been to 6th Street.
Okay.
Since,
yeah. Would you go back?
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Even though the music, you're like, eh.
What?
I said about the music.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, I'm so rude. I can't believe I even said that.
Hey, talk your truth.
There's like a few DJs that spin down there that I just met that I would love to go see. And like, no, 6th Street is like where I, like, when I'm on 6th Street, like, I have a mission to be on 6th Street. Like, there's been a few times that I've been like, oh, like, I think I am, like, an entertainer and I am a performer and I know how, like, the music industry works and the vibes. And, like, it just, like, there's been few incidences that, like, I almost have to get, like, energetically prepared to be on 6th Street.
Yeah, you do.
You do.
It is.
Like, I love it too. Like, go party, like, go have fun. But, like, I think I'm, like, a curator of the nightlife. So if I'm there, it's going to be for a reason, whether I'm, like, dancing, whether I'm sitting in a tree in a dragon onesie. That's happened. There's the other time I, like, meditated with, like, someone on the street. We call her homeless. I say lunar goddess. She, like, was, like, flat down on the ground, and I was like, what are you doing down there? And so I just, like, plopped down, and I looked up, and she was, like, just meditating under the moon. Like, it was just basking in her, like, she was basking in it. But then I was, like, supposed to go to a comedy show after that, and they wouldn't let me in.
Oh, dang.
I guess I'm always trouble. Like, no one appreciates it. Everyone's like, you're so drunk. I'm like, oh, I'm not.
They're like, that's just me.
I just see people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I actually see people instead of making jokes about them. Like, oh, it's so easy to stand on a stage and make all these, like, homeless jokes and, like, oh, like, I'm going to get ready for the apocalypse and make friends with homeless people. Then, like, versus, like, actually, like, talking to someone and sitting down with them and being like, yo, what's up? Like, and that's I am kind of, like, an extra person like that. So when I go to 6th Street, I just kind of shake it up. So I haven't gone in a minute. I haven't gone since Saturday. I don't know if I'll go again in this trip. I don't know if I'm going to peace out somewhere else. I'll just go with the flow. But we'll see. Yeah. Should I make some kind of entrance? Like, what should I do? I
don't know. Because it's like, I don't know. At this point, it's like the only way, if I was you, I'm going down 6th Street is if I'm riding one of those horses.
Oh, like, fuck,
this,
yeah.
Yo, I'm on this horse now.
Yo, can I do, is that can I rent a horse?
I don't know.
That's a thing.
Did you get cool with the cops?
You know what? Actually, one of them went, like, so when I sat down and the group kind of started to form, one of the cops walked past and he gave, like, this huge, like, thumbs up. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was like,
they didn't stop you or anything?
No, they didn't stop me at all. No, they
wow.
were really chill. No, they were really sweet. They were really chill. Everything that happened with that guy happened really quickly. Like, no one was being, like, punched or anything. Like, and yeah, they didn't try to stop me. The only time was when, like, they were starting to open up the street. I think, like, so I had danced. And then when I realized no one was tipping me, I was like, okay, well, this isn't a free show. Yeah, like, I ended up getting up. I ended up, like, jumping up and, like, going, ah, and, like, everyone just, like, scattered. It was so crazy.
They were like, no, I don't want it. I don't want it.
And I tried to find a lighter after that. I wanted to have a cigarette. I was like, do you have a lighter? All of a sudden, no one smokes, like, a blunt or in a cigarette.
No one wants to share what you know.
No one is, like, everyone's looking down, like, oh, I was like, what's going on? I was like, oh yeah, I probably smell. But, like the shit girls, like, it's like rumbling through, like, shit girls, where's a lighter? I want a cigarette.
And they're all running away.
But I did actually end up going back to the pile, like after everything kind of settled. I got my cigarette. I think I had some food, and I ended up going back, and I've been seeing hearts everywhere. So I just like put like a little heart in the shit, and I just like kind of prayed over it. And then that's when the police, it's only when you really tap in is that when the authorities like actually like, because there's some kind of like, there's some kind of like level of like authority that authority feels. It happened one time when I was like recording a rap song with someone. We like tapped the fuck in, and then like all of a sudden like 2 cop cars came and just perched up across the street. Wasn't like picking up anyone, just had their lights on and just like staring at the building. Anyways, like authority sees authority. So it was only when I was like really, when like no one was watching, it wasn't about anything, and I just like prayed over the poop. They were like, we're opening the street now, like get up, no, get up.
Dang. And so then you just like got up and you were like, okay,
yeah,
I'll
I just
leave.
like waited. I was like, they're like, by the time, if you don't get up by the time the horses come, like, you know, we're taking you to jail. And I was like, yeah, cool. Like, I'll get up. But they're like, yeah, but if you don't get up, I'm like, yeah, I'll get up.
You're like, give me a sec.
But like, if you don't get, like, okay, like, we've acknowledged it. Like, if I will get up, like, yes. No, shut up. Let me pray. Oh, I am weird. It's fine.
That's wild. So, what other movements do you stand behind? Definitely, you know, because you were talking about the menstruation and then also the grounding with horse poop.
Yeah.
So, like, just tell me what
I'm really excited. In California, there is I'm a stripper, so I'm all things stripperhood. And there's a group of individuals that unionized, created a union. Yay, go strippers. And they like shut down the whole club, and now the process is like, hopefully that they're gonna, well, I know in one instance, like they're gonna hopefully like buy it out, and then it's gonna be the first stripper owned like co-op place, and then otherwise also they were able like to talk to management and get the wishes that they need. I'm really for like workers' rights, like people that are especially in like the creative field, that like that one already have the courage to follow a passion, follow like a life path that's very unique, that's not like gone with the road less traveled. I just love that. And then the fact that everyone's like, yeah, and we're gonna also be treated with like respect, or like we're gonna create our own thing, because it's so easy to like live in a bubble of what's already happening versus be like, oh, I'm gonna create something else. So I'm into that. And I don't know, I feel like I rambled about it. Should I pick another one?
No.
Should I pick 3?
No, you got that.
I feel like for them, I think go follow what's happening in California and strippers.
Tap in, yeah. So tell the people watching where they can find you on social media and where they can find your business page also.
Oh my gosh, are we already done? Oh,
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for hosting me, like having me.
Yes, of course.
And like, thanks for letting me speak, and I hope it was coherent enough. I definitely like helped me like open up my throat and just like really speak, because I'm just like, everyone was just asking like, but what do you feel like? Are you mentally ill? I'm like, I don't know. I just have done like, I just did a week of like a lot of ketamine and just like saw like nothingness, and I'm just so excited that I can now, like, it just taught me even more of like the power of your existence. And this would just be like my call to like just thrive, just go, like. And also the thing is like magic happens in like the moments you least expect it. Like I had said, like I was just on my phone like wishing I was somewhere else, and like it was only in that moment where I was like shook and was like, okay, like be here in the now. I don't know. So if you want more like be here in the now moments, you can follow me on Instagram at Jubilee_magic, and that's spelled the correct way, CK. And then also I am like wanting I think you had asked like, how am I processing everything? And I noticed today that I do have a lot of like pent up energy from like seeing someone get tackled to lying on the ground to playing to shit to hearing all these comments about me, and to also staying positive in all this. Like I felt the insides of me like wanting to explode. Like this song came through, and then I was like, oh yeah, I have to dance. I forgot that's what got you here, is dancing, like dancing for 7 days in the gym, like dance. So I have on my OnlyFans like me dancing. So if you want to see like the raw expression of me facing shit on an everyday level, you can follow me on OnlyFans at Jubilee Magic, again CK, all one word.
Okay, nice. So y'all tap in, of course. Thank you for coming in. Tap in. But yes, shout out to Madam Jubilee for coming into the studio. Yes, I know it's across the table. I love. So yes, make sure you follow her, tap in, go show some love to the video. Don't be a no hater. All right. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for tapping in to Pop Austin Media with your girl TJ the DJ, and we'll see y'all next time. Y'all, we just hit that 20,000 subscribers, on our way to 25K. So don't forget to hit that like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time.